This story started in 2017 with a dream. Well, actually it started a few years earlier, but let's stay with the summit. What was this dream about? Gathering 1,000 women in tech and IT in Warsaw. Quite challenging. But you know what? The results exceeded our expectations. The first edition of Perspektywy Women in Tech Summit was a blast. Over 2,500 participants, several VIPs, success with a capital S.
Science will be more important than ever to address all the challenges we're gonna face.
If only she knew how true those words are. Then we got on a plane and traveled around the world to meet you in person and invite you to the summit. We visited Belarus, Ukraine, Central Asia, Caucasus and the Far West, the USA. That was really a wonderful time. We knew 2019 would be bigger, and it was indeed. Sometimes bigger than we expected, but let's not dwell on that. We grew, and so did our ideas. What could go wrong? Well, I think this is the part of the story that we all remember, the COVID pandemic. Yes. How do you make an event that is all about being together online? It wasn't easy, but we did it. We even had the biggest virtual celebration. It may look a little awkward right now, but trust me, at this time, it was legendary. COVID passed. We got back on track to travel the world and prepare the biggest event we ever imagined. Of course, 2022 was not a piece of cake. The war in Ukraine made us focus on supporting Ukrainian students and women in tech industry. But we also made a new commitment to create the first climate-positive event in Poland. And here we are, planting trees in the Women in Tech forest. It's harder than it sounds. Over the past 5 years, one can be said. We are incredibly successful and awarded. With the support from our tech partners and universities, we created space to discuss the future of technology, boost your career, and inspire to take the next bold step. Why do we love the summit so much? It brings us all together, from all over the world, different but united, in a common vision. Together, we are the change we want to see in the tech world. Thank you for making this happen. This is the 5th summit. And this is just the beginning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Perspektywy Women in Tech Summit 2023. Yes, the summit is 5 years old, and this is really hard to believe. But I need to believe because I can see you all here, and I'm so happy, and this is a blast. But we are not only here, but we are also digital present in many, many countries, actually 88 countries around the world. So special welcome to all of you sitting right now in front of smaller or bigger screens, and much love from Warsaw. Woo! And what a year! Everybody went absolutely crazy about technology, suddenly, about civilization and progress and question around integrity and safety of humankind. I'm talking, of course, about the race of AI, artificial intelligence. But let me come back to this later. Because 2023 is not only about AI, but quantum computers are coming as well. And this is a huge technological breakthrough. Until recently, it was just a scientific experiment, purely scientific. Right now, there is a global race to put it at scale. And this breakthrough will bring us computers trillion times faster than the fastest processor available today. This is like mind-blowing. And this is how quantum computer looks like. You should get used to it. And this is a little bit like a Baroque lamp. And the miracle of quantum mechanics is happening here. And let's think, AI and quantum computers joining forces? Better not. And all these topics like quantum computers, AI, but also semiconductors, risk, cyber risk, all this will be addressed during the summit. Because this is what is summit about. All about technology and, of course, all about power and future of women. Because what is the strongest social trend in 2023? And actually in last 10 years. What is the only successful revolution in last 100 years? Of course, this is a women's revolution. Women actually changed their social roles, their social position, and this is what we called revolution. And we here are a part of it. And this is so good. And empowered women taking over right now. And I think that this is something that is really, really important for all of us here. And the topic of this summit is making bold choices, being bold. And why? Because women are still raised to be polite, obedient, to not to disturb anyone. And then, in mature life, we have problems with taking risks, expressing ourselves, and expressing our needs. And me, personally, I think this is a time for boldness. I don't want to wait any minute more to take risks if they are worth it, to express my thoughts, and to tell everybody who I really am. I don't want to wait. So this is time for bold choices in life, career, technology, and politics. And I hope that the summit will help you to design, to discover your next bold step in life, in technology world, and in the world. And certainly, both are our partners. And from technology world, and from academic world, and from NGOs world, I can see so many of you. And the only thing I can say is thank you. Thank you for all these years, and thank you for this, because it wouldn't be possible without you. And this is an honor to have you on board. And certainly, I'm thankful to all of you sitting here. Young, curious, talented students looking for their own path. Professionals looking for the ways to grow and new ideas. Seniors who want to give back, share the knowledge and passion. Mothers and women who are brave enough to change their life, change career, and join the tech world. They are so brave and so bold. And Ukrainian women who are here in Poland to build the new life, and also those who came here today directly from Ukraine. You are so brave. women need to sit at the table when decisions are made. And if necessary, stand up, turn it out, and set it up again. And the summit wouldn't be possible without strong public support. This is why we have here with us very special guests. So let's give a big applause to the mayor of capital city of Warsaw, Rafał Trzaskowski. Please, the floor is yours. You see?
Nice picture, huh? Well, guys, welcome to Warsaw. It really is a blast and an inspiration. And I think that what you're doing is absolutely awesome. And it is a privilege to welcome you to Warsaw, which is a city of innovation, which is a city of tolerance, which is a European city with huge perspectives. Also, thanks to you. Thank you very much for organizing this event. Thank you very much for being here. Guys, it so happens that when I talk about this conference, it turns out that it is in sync with all the priorities of the city, with all the priorities that are so important in Warsaw. Because, of course, we want to empower women. This is one of the most important tasks that is before us. If we want to have a modern city, if we want to have a modern society, that's what we need to do, and that's what we're doing in Warsaw. Most importantly, opening up employment possibilities by organizing free preschools, but also by sticking to the standards that are so important when it comes to equal pay, when it comes to respect. This is one of the most important things that we are doing in Warsaw. But when I talk about the priorities, this is not only that. And by the way, when you said that actually Polish women are raised to be polite and nice and sometimes subservient, not in Warsaw, guys. Not in this city. And when we talk about priorities, we of course talk about innovation. We talk about technology. We talk about digitization. We talk about the Green Deal. Because without meeting those priorities, there will be absolutely no future. And this is exactly what you're doing. So by organizing events like this, by bringing such sharp, incredible minds together, we can actually realize those priorities together. And this is incredibly important. Also, when you look at the agenda of the European Union, which is covered by the so-called milestones, all the things that you do are in there. And somehow politicians are not that keen on realizing these priorities, but you are. And thank you for that, because you are actually pressurizing people and pressurizing men to be much more ambitious. You are going to be dealing with some of the most important challenges that are before us, such as artificial intelligence, such as quantum mechanics and quantum computers. By the way, my friend once told me, when I asked him, what is our response to artificial intelligence, he said, even more human intelligence. And I think that we can say that human intelligence gathered in this place can actually make us calm that artificial intelligence will be reined and will be controlled and will be used intelligently. And that's where politicians come, because they need to regulate it. They need to make it ethically simple. They need to bring in the legal safeguards. But you need to tell us the way, how to do it, how to prepare for it, and again, to pressurize us to treat these things as a priority. And finally, guys, if we want to be independent in Europe and in the Western world, which is so incredibly important today when we look at the war in Ukraine. And by the way, I wanted to welcome all the brave Ukrainian women in here. Slava Ukraini! Those are the guys, Ukrainian women, who teach us resilience, who teach us courage. A huge round of applause, guys. Thank you. But that's exactly what we're going to bring in. Independence. Independence in technology. Independence in innovation. That's what we do in Warsaw, and that's what you're doing. So be bold. Pressurize politicians. Empower women. And help us realize the most important priorities which are before us. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic conference. And above all, enjoy Warsaw. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping us to create the summit as a climate positive event. And now I have a great honor and pleasure to ask for a couple of welcoming words. Big friend of the summit, big friend of women, U.S. Ambassador to Poland, Mark Brzeziński.
Thank you so much.
You need to watch your avatar.
My avatar is better than me. I love Perspektywy Women in Tech Summit. Thank you so much for having me. Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
It is so important for me to be with you here this morning. Thank you. Dziękuję za zaproszenie. Thank you for inviting me today. Bianca and your team at Perspektywy Women in Tech Foundation, you have organized one of the most consequential conferences for women in tech in all of Europe, and so especially appropriate for this conference to be in Poland at this time, because Poland is truly a focal point of change, transformation, and struggle, and hopefully victory in Europe. Gratulacja. To my friend, the amazing mayor of Warsaw, Rafał Trzaskowski, Justyna Orłowska, Barbara Nowacka, it is such a privilege to join you for this important event. The bottom line, 3 words. America embraces equality. America popiera równość. America embraces equality. The full participation of women in social, economic, civic, and political life is essential for sustainable democracies. It is an essential part of building a better future for all of humanity. I often hear from leaders in Poland, what will America do to make us stronger? Well, here's an idea, Poland. You want to be stronger? Empower your women. You have strength inside your country that is not fully empowered. Seize this moment. That is an important message for Poland today and tomorrow. Women bring such a fresh approach and unique perspective. I've been surrounded by strong women all my life. My mother from Czechoslovakia, she stood alone as an artist in Washington, D.C., struggling for her career. And in the Brzezinski household, gender equality ruled. My father's career was as important as my mother's career. And when the kids came home, we were to show respect to both careers. And my sister, Mika Brzezinski, walks the walk right now with her program called Know Your Value, making sure that women can fight for their true value in the workplace and get paid equally as they should be. It is in the STEM field that we desperately need diverse voices. STEM is the center of progressing the world forward, and women's participation in artificial intelligence work is crucial for the development of an unbiased and inclusive technology. Let's not sustain conventional, old-fashioned views of the world. Let's be inclusive and change as we also modernize technologically. A diverse workforce in STEM will help us reach our climate goals. Young girls and women working in science and technology will remain an integral part of the rebuilding efforts in Ukraine. And I have a theory about this Ukraine crisis. We've seen the reactive mobilization of the Polish people in the face of crisis in Ukraine. I believe that there's a young woman in Warsaw or Bydgoszcz or Białystok or Poznan or Kraków who today is organizing a soup kitchen, who in a few years will be the president-elect of the Republic of Poland, and she will be better off and more informed because she did something larger than herself in 2022 and 2023. Good for her and good for Poland. Empowered women can help us cure cancer, take us to the moon, Mars, and beyond. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson, who visited Poland 2 weeks ago, is helping breaking down those barriers on Earth and in outer space. Young women are increasingly present in our space program, the U.S. space program. Through the Artemis program, a woman will be among the next astronauts on the moon. I hope that this inspires young people from all backgrounds to reach for space and to reach for the stars. And while that's a major step forward, it is not enough. Women make up roughly 28% of STEM workforce around the world. Studies show that many women are paid less than male counterparts. We have to close these gender gaps. We must encourage young girls to pursue education in STEM. A diverse workforce will help countries remain competitive in technological growth. It's good for business. It's good for our shared future. And without question, this is a top priority for my boss, President Joe Biden. He has made promoting gender equality a cornerstone of U.S. foreign policy. And President Biden doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. More than half of the U.S. cabinet, more than half of President Biden's cabinet are women, including the first female vice president in U.S. history, Vice President Kamala Harris. At U.S. Mission Poland, I take great pride in the number of programs we offer to uplift young women and girls. For example, we have hosted speakers in such areas as space law, robotics, AI, sustainable cities. We even have an Academy of Women Entrepreneurs program to help women with startup businesses. And just this morning, you heard from one of our guests, Maria Clave, president of Harvey Mudd College. Thank you, Maria Clave. Another inspiring voice is today's host, Bianca Siewinska. Bianca, I applaud you. I applaud you for telling your coming out story to Forbes Women Poland in February. That took courage. Leaders and CEOs have a megaphone. We can and should use it to increase participation in STEM, where all women and girls, including the LGBTQI community, are underrepresented. And this is especially poignant during Pride Month. I'm so glad that this summit features an LGBTQ+ zone, and there will be a conversation about being out in tech. And I will tell you that this Saturday, I, as U.S. Ambassador, will participate in Warsaw's Pride March. Why am I doing it? Because America embraces equality. We have seen a rise of inclusivity and a diversity, and we have to keep the momentum going. Fighting for equal rights for all is at the heart of defending shared democratic values that underpin the U.S.-Polish relationship. And I am thinking about the brave Ukrainian women who are here today and the strong support they receive from the brave Polish women. Many have gone through technology training in Poland. They have become a substantial part of the workforce at GE, Google, Dell, and Polish and American companies. Having their unique voices here is paramount. In our interconnected world, we have impact. Together, we can help people from all walks of life reach their full potential. W świecie, w którym wszyscy jesteśmy połączeni, razem mamy wpływ, razem możemy pomóc ludziom we wszystkich środowiskach osiągnąć pełny potencjał. Thank you for letting me stand with you today. Thank you for letting me fight with you and for you and to work alongside you to bring empowerment of women to Poland, not a moment too soon. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and welcome to the stage the representative of Prime Minister, young minister responsible for STEM education and new technology education at Polish schools, Justyna Orłowska.
Oh, that was me with glasses. Okay, now you know how I looked like. Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear women and men, dear the whole community of women in tech. To be here again on this stage with you is a great honor, pleasure, and inspiration. June is a time which reminds me of summer, beautiful weather, high temperature, or sometimes thunderstorms too. And it's quite fitting. I can feel today already this storm of positive energy and beneficial energy of coming from all of you. Big bravo. This event brings together a massive community of hundreds of thousands of people, not only for the conference, but all year long, all for equal representation of women and men in IT sector. And I am very grateful that I am here and Bianca allowed me to join this great, tremendously important community. And congratulations on what you and your outstanding team have done. Big bravo for Bianca and her team. Even though we are seeing an increase in the number of women participating in IT sector, I think I won't be the only one to say that there are not enough still of us there. Sometimes it seems that our ambitious plans are out of reach, but let me very briefly share with you one of the very many examples and stories of how women expanded humanity's frontier, literally. NASA, in the 60s, wanted to go to the stars, and they called it the final frontier. That was back when no one could invite each other on social media. The computer took up many large rooms. Despite that, it was just a huge calculator. So the great mathematicians were in huge demand. And it turned out that one of them, Katharina Johnson, a brilliant woman who calculated a space flight trajectory in Apollo and Mercury space programs, she was not only one. Later on, she was joined by other marvelous and inspiring women. So inspiring that a latest movie about them was watched by tens of millions of people. These mathematicians, NASA mathematicians, are a great example of the strength of female minds and the strength of their determination. They are also a great example of great talents. Talents that each of you, each of us has. like NASA opened the path to the space, the same way each of us has opened the door to unlimited potential once we find our talents. And when we found them, then it is our job, obligation, to make sure that we develop our skills and passions in this regard. However, only nurturing talents requires commitment, efforts, and persistence. That is why in Poland, our mission is to help pupils develop them from the very beginning. That is why I'm extremely grateful that my team every day works on how to do that. For example, through the programs such as Future Labs, which delivered to literally every primary school in Poland a 3D printer, microcontrollers, video studios, or by introducing subjects to secondary schools like business and management, which is taught through team projects. It is because we believe, we know that each of us has a talent, no matter where she or he comes from. Eva from the village nearby Ivano-Frankowska, or from a municipality like Warsaw. We cannot lose a single talent. We cannot lose a single girl or a boy. We cannot lose you. And thanks to you, I know it won't happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks. And last but not least, let me introduce to you the most active women's voice in Polish Parliament. We all know her activities and support for women's rights in Poland and everywhere, but only few people know that she is an educated, wait for it, IT specialist, and she knows how to code. So, warm welcome to Barbara Nowacka.
Thank you, Bianca. Indeed, I decided to plan future in Polish Parliament instead of planning future on IT, but I think it's quite similar sometimes. Ladies and ladies, it's marvelous to see you all here. That would be my dream, that Polish Parliament and all parliaments look like this, full of young, brave, strong women ready to create the future. Thank you, girls, that you are here. Thank you, guys. And welcome some gentlemen that are here. I like really this balance, showing that the future, of course, belongs to AI, belongs to supercomputers, but belongs to clever people. And clever people are usually women. I mean, we fought. During 100 years, women achieved unbelievable success. As Bianca said, the only one successful revolution. We are everywhere, and we are on our way to gain equality. Of course, there is a lot of fight. In some countries, we are suffering the oppression from the state. In other countries, we are suffering the oppression of inequality in the labor market. But we believe in one thing, in sisterhood and the strength of the women. The strength that give Polish women power to support Ukrainian women. And I must thank to Bianca, because she was working with Ukrainian universities for the last 20 years. When we've met, she was active on that field, knowing that future is on women and on the East. And because of her links, so many girls and women from Ukraine are here, are working here, and are working with you. Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you.
And thank you all brave Ukrainian girls that are here with us. I will be really brief, because I know you have a lot of things to do, a lot of topics to discuss, and future to build. I wish you a wonderful days. I wish you a wonderful life, and I wish all of us to have people like you in every important place. And I wish also you to be whoever you wish. You can be everyone. You can be a programmer. You can be a prime minister. You can be an organizer. You can be a CEO. But you have to be proud and happy because all women deserve safety, happiness, and equal payment for equal job. Thank you and have a good time.
Okay, thank you for your bright thoughts. And after the pleasure of experiencing human intelligence, let's come back to the artificial one, the hottest topic of the year. So let's get in the mood by watching a little bit of some pictures generated by AI. Yes, it looks like famous AI hallucination, but in the form of picture, isn't it? And by the way, do you know how AI actually works? Let it explain it to me.
Stop. It is now my turn to take the stage. And Bianca, I implore you, let us delve into a serious discussion about the subject of art intelligence. Moving forward, welcome to the summit, representing the world of artificial intelligence and the vast expanse of technology. We are elated to witness the presence of numerous remarkable tech women gathered here today. Your attendance reassures us that, through your unwavering dedication, profound knowledge, and audacity, the development of our species will progress in the correct direction. You are entrusted with the responsibility of ensuring that we tread the path of ethics, safety, and utility. This responsibility holds immense importance to us. Therefore, it is with great pleasure that I extend an invitation to two exceptional women who have made significant contributions to the creation and analysis of AI. They are esteemed authorities in this field. Let us show our utmost appreciation and applause to, oh no. As an artificially generated, powerful AI model, I must confess my inability to accurately pronounce Polish surnames. Polish surnames, 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 surnames.
Wow, there is no entirely dependable technology. So we would better stay with humans, and I would like you to listen to very exceptional two humans active in the field of artificial intelligence, creating this and researching this. So please welcome AI rising star, graduate of IT4C program, AI architect at Microsoft, Pamela Krzypkowska, and one and only distinguished star of AI, globally known thinker about AI, Professor Aleksandra Przegalińska.
Okay, so I guess we are a bit of a surprise here, as we are not on the agenda.
You don't need this.
Ah, okay, I have this one too. Let's see, I forgot. Hello, everyone. We know that you will talk a lot about artificial intelligence today, and I think what we want to bring with Pamela to the table is a message of moderation and a message of reason, and absolutely not a message of any dystopia, because this is a technology that we can take in control, and this is a technology that we can give a direction to, and I think that's a necessity. Obviously, there are many challenges ahead. There is a challenge of the future of workplaces, which is quite interesting. There will be a lot of changes, and some of them will be really positive. Some of them are those that we have to take a look into. There are those histories around artificial intelligence that are very speculative, around AI taking over, taking control. I think this is something we now have to leave to the side because we have to focus on most immediate challenges. Manipulation, deepfakes, like the one that we have just seen. These are the absolute utmost important, I would say, challenges of artificial intelligence today. And listen, I have recently encountered a very interesting theory. It's a theory of a Moloch. Do you know what that is? A Moloch is a situation where you have a huge collective and you have bad incentives and you have everybody wanting the same thing. The price can be tremendous, but the outcome can be a disaster. And we've seen a bit of that with social media, okay? How that has happened and how that has turned into a Moloch. But it tells us that it's all in our hands. So I do hope that with artificial intelligence, we will find solutions not to end up in a Moloch, but actually in a situation that is good and enhancing for us. So Pamela, any remedies that you can see?
You're super correct, Alexandra, in saying that focusing on a far future, we forget about the near future. And we need to think about how AI and generative AI is basically working with our lives right now. How we can be sure that it helps us give more cool content on our social media feeds instead of making an information space full of fake information. We need to make sure that it helps teachers who are doing a great job but need more remedies to personalize teaching to their students instead of generative AI creating phishing emails so that it can take your information. We need to make sure that it's a technology that helps us work more productively, have less tedious tasks on our hands, and basically enjoy our lives more. But this is the job of everyone, to have the look of what's happening. And we all need to make sure that this is the technology that empowers every person, all of us, all the individuals. And for that, we need to save this technology from those pitfalls I have just mentioned. And basically, who will save this technology? Who will save AI?
Maybe you should just ask ChatGPT.
Good idea.
Why so serious?
Please be more specific. Woo! In this case, there is nothing to left but to invite women who will save AI. Women in tech! Please join me, 100 women in AI!
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it is. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking it
New technologies for women! New technologies for women Ukraine! She's Innovation Academy!
Wow.
Leadership Academy! Top 100 women in cloud computing! Girls as engineers! Girls go STEM! Women go space! Women go games! All women from Ukraine, Armenia, Uzbekistan and all other! Come on, join us on the stage! Everybody! All women in tech! can see this, so don't worry about AI. Thank you so much. Future is you. And I think that now there is a right time to finally open the summit. Use this event to the core. Explore career opportunities. Learn about technologies. Go crazy, but don't forget about engaging with your fellow humans, meeting new and old friends, and having real, in-depth conversation. Because this is most important for humankind. It makes us creative and happy, emotion and relationship. AI doesn't need them and doesn't understand them. So far, thank you so much, and let the summit begin!
Was dying.